Welcome back to another video. This will be the first video in the series of tips and tricks videos for Rainbow Six Siege. Now, most of these tips, or well, all of these tips actually, will be from a perspective of a gold level player. Because I know most of the tips and tricks videos out there right now are from a diamond or a champion perspective or even high plat. And there's just not as much they can't help somebody down in like the silver or gold or even bronze or copper level. They can't help them as much as I think they are. And I'm not saying that making those videos is bad. I think it's great that they're making these videos and trying to help people out. But I really do think as someone who is at this at a lower rank in gold, I'm gold 2 right now, I think that will be very beneficial for people around this level. And so what I plan to do is I plan to make a couple different videos starting from, like, this video will be the very basics, like not even like too much actual like gameplay in the videos as far as like tips and tricks of the gameplay. It's going to be again very general all the way around. And so yeah, that's kind of the plan for the series. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and let's get on into it. Alright guys, so tip number 1 is, again, like I said, starting out at the very basics. Get your hotkeys set. Just find hotkeys you like, play with them. And I know it's very difficult to do at the beginning, because you always want to look and be like, oh, this streamer uses this, or this YouTuber uses these hotkeys, these have to be the best. And that is not true at all. Now, I will say there are general hotkeys that everyone uses because they are better hotkeys. I mean, like what? You don't want your movement keys to be like W, G, L, and backspace, like all over the place. But it is good to get your hotkeys down at the very beginning. Don't be switching too much. That's part of my problem, is I kept switching. I could not decide whether I wanted my lean left and right to be on my mouse or on my keyboard for the longest time. And my playing and my skill suffered because of that. I didn't know what I was doing half the time. I'd throw nades at my teammates and kill them on accident and all sorts of stuff. And as soon as I just stuck with what I'm at now, I instantly improved. So that is definitely very important. Get your hotkeys down. It's good to have maybe a base template to go off of, but whatever works for you, do it. There is no exact right set of hotkeys. There really isn't. It's up to you. Just get it done. Next tip number 2, learn your system. Learn the capabilities of your system, know what you can play on and not suffer your frames from and performance off of. Because I cannot believe the amount of times I have had people that I've been playing with complain about frame drops and this and that, and it's simply because they're trying to run their graphics at ridiculously high settings. Now, I have a pretty good PC, I'm very lucky in that. And so I run on like kind of ridiculous settings. But if you can't afford like a good graphics card, good PC, there's no shame about that. You can be just as good as anyone playing on a super beefed up rig as you can playing on a normal rig. Just learn your PC, learn your setup, learn your specs. That way you're not getting frame drops and stuff while you're playing. And because obviously dropping to 10 FPS in the middle of a gunfight is going to make you lose. Like, there's no way around it. So make sure that you know your system, what you can play on, get comfortable with it before hopping into a ranked match or something like that. Next tip might seem like a pretty obvious one, but a lot of people don't do it, and they very much underestimate how important it is to do. Warm up. Warm up before games. Just do it. It takes, like, a terrorist hunt takes like, what, 3 minutes maybe? You just come in here, you pick whatever operator you want. I just have it on elimination on pretty much any map. Just throws me in, I run in there, and I get my fingers warm. Right now I'm completely cold because I've been editing for a little bit. But all you have to do is you just come out here, get ready to kill some terrorists, and work on your gun skill. Work on your reaction time. Again, you can warm up as long as you'd like, but all it really takes is just a couple minutes. Get some blood flow into your fingers. That way you're not sitting cold while you're trying to play. Playing cold is not smart. I guess I'll throw that in as part of this tip too. playing cold will not help you like anywhere at all. It's just like how you warm up before you exercise. You need to warm up before you play. The differences I've seen when warming up between not warming up are like actually drastic. So again, warm up when if you have time to do it, or rather make time to do it. Seemed like a really basic one, but again, very important, one of the most important in the game. In fact, I would probably argue that out of all the other tips in this video, this one will be the most important if you want to progress in ranks. Tip is learn your operators. Learn their names, learn their abilities, learn what they look like off-site. It is like off looking at them, I guess. It's very important to know, because if you have a teammate and he's yelling that there's a Monty, you're gonna have and you have no idea who that is, you're not going to expect some huge guy with a massive shield to come running at you. And it's very important to learn their abilities, because if, say you know they have a Glaz, but you have no idea what his ability is, and they throw a smoke grenade, and you're standing in front of the smoke, and you get shot through the smoke, and you don't realize that, oh, this guy can even see through smoke. It's like, oh, well, now I'm dead because I didn't know that. Again, it's one of the harder things to do. There's 31 on attack and 32 on defense, so learning 63 operators is not the easiest thing in the world, but it's very important and you will not regret it. It will happen as you play the game, so don't think you have to just sit here and memorize everything. As you play the game, you will learn the operators, but definitely I will stress that learning the operators is absolutely essential to performing with the team and progressing in the game. Next clip, definitely more about gameplay. Use your drones. It is so annoying to everyone else on your team when you do not drone. You have 45 seconds in the prep phase to drone, and the amount of intel you can find while you're droning is absolutely crazy. Now you find where the site is, you know what operators are playing, you know how they're going to hold the site, and you can set up drones to drone your teammates in and save tons of time and not have to risk them getting shot in the back. Say I want to come in from construction site, which I'll do here in a minute. I'm coming in through these double doors, right? And I'm walking in. I have no drones. My drones have all been shot, or my teammates just didn't use them. And the site is upstairs. It's other side of the map, if you don't know this map very well. Pretty much the other side of the map, it's upstairs. You're like, okay, there's no way there's a person here. You come walking through, blah, 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 blah. You turn, you go up these stairs, and then boom, somebody pokes out of this closet and shoots you in the back. And now you're down, you're in a 4v5 because nobody droned out this guy in the closet. All you would have to do to avoid that is, and you can do this by yourself. So I'm over there, you see, I come in through construction, I want to come in this way. All I have to do is during the prep phase, and I want to make sure there's no one here, I can come over here, I set up a drone like right over here somewhere, I can see into the closet, I can see all the way down the hallway. The only spot I can't see is right behind the pillar, and the chances that there's somebody there is extremely slim. So I set this drone here, I'm like, okay, I know there's not people there. I can come over this way, hop over this, come over here. You always want to shoot default cameras, which, you know what, I'll give you that tip as a 2-in-1. Shoot your default cameras, learn the spots. It's extremely important. And you won't believe the amount of times that people will miss info or get info because they just didn't shoot the default cameras. But anyway, so you're coming in this way, and you can check your drone real quick before you go much further. Okay, yeah, you know there's nobody here, and you can walk in. Or even better, you see, okay, there's a guy playing right here on the pillar. So you cook a nade, and then you toss it back there, and that was a terrible nade, but you get the point, and he dies. He's destroyed, or he has to run away, and you can push in and shoot him. So now you've cut off any rotation through the basement to this entire tower side. So you know anybody that comes through here, even if you leave your drone here the whole match, anybody coming through here will always be seen, whether it's by a dead teammate or by yourself if you die, or just by any teammate. So that is very important. Next tip, which we'll kind of also do right away, is learn your callouts. Know your callouts, where things are. It's really nice with the new season, as you can see right below where it says drop diffuser and that huge thing that takes up half my screen, the compass. It says what room you're in right here. Now, beware, not most, but a lot of callouts are not the same as what it says here. Now, blue bunker, people call this blue all the time. But there's even more sophisticated callouts in here. Like out here, people will call this barrels sometimes, like blue barrels if they're sitting behind the barrels. Or everyone calls this elbow right here. Or basically everyone. A lot of times a smoke will play here with a shield with some ADSs over here. It's extremely important to learn callouts. That way, your teammate says there's somebody elbow, and you're like, oh, where's elbow? And you come over here and you get fried in the side of the head from this guy sitting in this corner, right? You just don't want to have that happen to you. Losing is not the way to play the game, and win anyway. I mean, you can lose and not win, but big brain anyway. And I guess the round is ending already because I didn't do it properly. But yeah, learn your callouts. This would be called pillar. I'm not going to go through every call and every map. That would take forever. But it's very important. One thing that a lot of people don't know is Harry Potter is always under stairs. So there's a lot of callouts like that where, depending on the map, it varies. So say pillar as a callout, which was like construction. Actually, I'll spawn somewhere different this time. Now on construction, or on Oregon, the map I'm on right now, that's that area down kind of by blue, where the pillar was, where I set my drone up last time. Now if you're playing like cafe, pillar would probably mean in like like one of the pillars in like the open area on the second floor, or up on the third floor under the new hatch. And so it's very important to know universal callouts, and like Harry Potter, like I was saying, is always under the stairs. Now, usually you probably wouldn't call this Harry Potter. I mean, it is Harry Potter, but there's 2 stairs here, so you could just say like basement stairs or laundry stairs is what people call this. But anyway, that's the general gist of this tip, is make sure that you get your callouts. Know your callouts. Again, you'll learn them as you play the maps, and as you're talking with your teammates. Next tip that's also very important is talk with your teammates. It is, again, I've said this so many times, but it's unbelievable how many times people will not communicate and die because of it. So, again, something as simple as having a drone like we were talking about earlier. Somebody has a drone right here, right? And you say, okay, drone me in, I'm going to come up main stairs. And they're like, okay, sweet. They have a drone here, they sit on it, there's like, okay, watch out, there's a guy right here, he's ready to fry you, or there's a guy around this corner ready to fry you. And again, back to that same situation, you know, there's a guy over there, you pre-fire through here if they red ping him or just Z ping him, which is X ping for me. But come over here, you can check, you can flush him out, or then you can just run up the stairs and hope he doesn't shoot you. Either way, you have so much intel there that you would not have had otherwise. Intel is so extremely important, and use your death cams as intel. There's another 2-in-1 tip for you. When you die to something, so okay, I'll kill myself to this date, right? And boom. So I die here, right? Say I die to a person. Somebody runs up like laundry stairs. That little death screen is what I'm talking about. Someone runs up those laundry stairs and shoots me, right? And I'm like, oh no, somebody just destroyed me. And then in your death cam, as you're watching it, you realize that, oh, there was another person with them on laundry stairs. You can tell your teammate 2 laundry stairs. And say there's only 2 people left. Then they know they can push from the back of sight and plant without having to get killed from somewhere. Because you know where both of the people are based off of your death cam. It's extremely important. Need to learn that. Is watch replays. Now, this is one of the more time-consuming ones because obviously, like these are all just like random, quick little things that I did to show you guys as part of the video. But some of these can be up to like 20, some of them can be up to like 30 minutes sometimes. But watching replays is a very good way to improve your gameplay. And you can watch yourself, you can see where you messed up on, and you're like, okay, my aim was just terrible on that guy, that's why I died. You know, okay, I can go try something like Aim Labs and improve my aim, right? Which is just a free thing you can get on Steam, by the way, if you guys haven't heard of it. I strongly recommend checking it out. But you say, okay, well, yeah, my aim was terrible, that's why I died there. Or, oh, I didn't know that wall could be opened, that's why I died there. But learning from your own mistakes is a great way to improve in this game. In fact, I'd arguably say it's one of the easiest ways to improve. Because, I mean, you can come to the match replays, you can watch yourself, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong here. I'm holding this angle too long, or I'm not peeking quick enough, or this or that. And you can effectively negate that by saying, okay, next time I play, I'm going to consciously make a decision not to do this. And if you do something consciously enough, you know, it will become a habit. And then you'll do it without thinking all the time, and you'll be all the better for it. So again, watch your replays. Very important. Learn from yourself, learn from your team, learn from the other team. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. That was a shorter video, but I think it's important to keep it short That way you guys can get more out faster, because it takes a little bit to upload longer videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll be posting a couple more videos. I plan to have at least 5 in this playlist, and I'll probably continue them as I improve in Siege myself. But I'll probably, the next one will probably be for the silver to gold ranks. But if you guys are lower ranks than that, feel free to let me know, and I'll make a video on the lower ranks and from what I've learned from myself when I was in those lower ranks. Because, I mean, hey, at one point everyone was, I'm not going to say everyone was copper, but at one point everyone was very new to the game. At one point everyone was new. So there's nothing wrong with being bad at the game. Just straight up being bad at the game. There's nothing wrong with that. You might not play it as much as other people, you don't put as much time, whatever your reason is, nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own skill level. So, just let me know any way I can help. If you want to, like, queue up with me, and I can help you then, definitely do that too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.